boys and girls, come on in. Welcome to Mimi's Reading Corner. Have a seat and get comfortable. We're going to continue with our bedtime stories from a Bible storybook by Elsie Agermeyer. Let's read. Our stories, I might say true stories, about the Bible patriarchs, and that means fathers, such as were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, are now ended. And we are beginning the good true stories about one of the most interesting persons in the Old Testament. This person is Moses. You remember that Jacob, the last of the patriarchs, was called Israel, and his children were called Israelites. These Israelites lived in the land of Goshen for a long time after their fathers, who brought them from Canaan, had died. And they grew in numbers until they became a strong nation. During this time, Pharaoh, the king, who had been kind to Joseph and to his kinsmen, died too. And another ruler called Pharaoh took his place upon the throne in Egypt. This new Pharaoh did not look kindly upon the fast-growing Israelitish nation. He thought, soon these people will number more than my own Egyptian people, and they may join themselves to our enemies who come to fight against us. Then they will go away from our country, and we can no longer have them for servants. I cannot let them go away from Goshen. I must keep them for slaves. Pharaoh called his people together and told them of his fears concerning the Israelites. We must do something, he said, to hinder them from becoming stronger and more powerful than we are. Finally, he and his officers decided to make the Israelites work harder than they had ever worked before. Pharaoh wished to have new cities built where he could store his rich treasures, and he commanded the Israelites to build those cities. Then the officers placed taskmasters over the workmen to compel them or to make them work very hard and very fast. But the harder they worked, the stronger they grew, and Pharaoh saw that his plan was not a success. This will never do, he reasoned, for the Israelites are growing stronger, all the while I afflict them. I must make life even more miserable for them, and he did. The hard-working Israelites were horror-stricken when one morning this message came to them from the king's house. Every baby boy that is born among your people must be thrown into the river Nile. Because this was the king's command, it had to be obeyed. We're going to stop our reading there. We'll take up again next time. See you then. Bye.